What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna make it super simple and super easy to show anybody how to 1v4, 1v3 solo squad, whether you're 1KD, 2KD, 3KD, whether it's your first time playing Call of Duty. I'm gonna make it so that you're feeling comfortable playing in those situations. So what these are called is live commentary. Now, I do these once in a while on the video, and sometimes I do solo duos, solo trios. In this video, man, we're talking about solo versus quads. 1v4, probably the most complex game mode to date in Warzone. So in this video, man, I'm talking about three simple yet big things that I want you guys to pick up on and learn over time. And the first one being how to make simple yet high IQ plays to make those 1v4, 1v3, 1v2 fights super simple, and to take that complex, situation and simplify it down for you guys by just doing a couple little, changes to your gameplay. Number two, man, I'm gonna be talking about a lot about LOS, how to work LOS in your favor and against the enemy's favor. And if you don't know what LOS means, I'm gonna be explaining it in the video as I'm breaking things down, but LOS stands for line of sight. Third thing I'm gonna be talking about in this video, man, is something a little bit different. Most of the time I talk about positioning and how to put yourself in a better position, but towards the end game, man, I'm not in the best position, but I find myself squirming out of a lot of situations simply by out juking my opponent, and it could be very flashy and very beneficial. So towards the end game, you'll see a lot of that broken down and explained for you. If you enjoy these videos, man, make sure you guys leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please drop a sub. We're closing on 40,000 subscribers. It would mean the world to me, man, and we'll see you guys live on Twitch, twitch.tv/LuckyChamu. Peace out. What's going on, guys? So just as you saw from the title and heard from the intro, I'm gonna be showing you guys and breaking down how to 1v4 that anybody can do it, whether you're, somebody who's never tried solo squatting before, or somebody who's picked it up and seems to be stuck at the moment. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get out of that slump and how to get your feet wet in some solo squad. Ideally, one of the big things you're gonna tell me is, well, I don't feel comfortable 1v4. You get comfortable by playing it a lot more often. You're not gonna win every game. It's actually very difficult to even get 20 kills in this game mode, but over time, as you play, the better you'll get. I promise you that. So for me, I'm going to be dropping in one of the spots I always drop at, garage, looting up that, disengaging off a fight just because I know, based off that area, it's not the best time to fight, especially off rip. You don't have to engage in fights right away just because you see somebody. Disengage out of Milano. Now, I'm going to see the shadow off one player. This wall actually will always show you, it always portrays a shadow of a player, just if you guys ever drop Superstar. Little side tip. He's going to start fighting. He's fighting another team. So I'm going to keep that information in the back of my head. I'm going to go. Get a knock on this. Don't go for the full kill because now I'm getting engaged with another player behind me. Now that's either A, going to be his teammate, or B, be the other team that he was trying to fight with. So I'm going to go disengage, try to get lost, go for the quick repeat in case they re-challenge me. Like, all right, now let's go for the full kill and let's hold our ground. We kind of want to hold this angle because look at the gunfight. We got a guy on the left-hand side, a guy on the right-hand side, and we don't know where everybody else is at. We just see the gunshot. So I'm going to slow it down because the more you move in a situation like this, instead of me going in for the third party, I'm going to be the guy who gets third party. So we don't want that just yet. So I'm going to slow it down. Looking left, looking right. This guy, I think he's going to get a kill on the player in front of him. I'm going to be able to get this kill because he thinks that's everybody. That's going to be a team wipe on that. Guy to the right in the window. So this is totally another team. I'm going to get in better positioning. Go for a quick knock. That's a knock. So we got a team wipe on one team. When you get a team wipe, all their players are now in the gulag. I don't have to worry about that team at all. But they were engaged with another team originally and they were fighting. I get a knock on one team. So now, in my head, the worst case scenario is it's going to be a 1v3 with one player knocked. Okay? So I'm going to disengage. I'm going to loot up for a second. Kind of take a quick glance at the fight he was originally fighting. Gonna get the FFAR, gonna get a reload in. Pop Daddy right about here. And notice, before I jump down, I'm gonna scan the roof, then commit to the fight. Crouch it up. I'm gonna have some shaky shots right here. Get a reloaded. Now, this is gonna be a little bit more complex, so try to pay attention. So I'm chasing one guy. Now, in a few seconds, you'll see another guy approaching through that doorway, right about here. But I don't see him until his player character actually goes on the other side of the door, just because his character is really dark. Boom. About a second. Let me back up just a little bit. About just 1 second later, I'm gonna see him peek on the door. Right here. So I don't see him just yet until about a second later when his character's down in front of the other door. But this guy on the left and a guy on the right hand side. If you pay attention to where your character is and what's around you, you kind of understand LOS, line of sight. Where, based on wherever my character is, I know what other enemies know where they could see me. So for instance, if I go around, if this guy's in front of me and I cut right and I go on the other side of the garage, this guy can't see me no more, so I don't have to worry about him just for a few seconds. But as I'm approaching, I have a guy in here. I'm gonna get out of his line of sight because he would now have to overpeak the right hand side to see me at all and just focus on the guy in front of me because I'm gonna be the only player that he can see. Go for here. Gonna get the knock. Now, this player to my left of me is gonna do a hard right side peek. If I could sprint down past that, now he's gonna have to go. He's turning this way. He's gonna have to turn all the way back. So now I'm playing with his tracker. Go for a slide. Gonna get a knock on that. We're both stuck on reloading now. Switch to the Milano, get the knock. Now I'm not gonna go for the full kill, but I have tacticals to work with that I picked up in the Superstore. That's gonna help me get my full kill. Now, although my goal was to stick him, I'm not going to stick him, but it's going to do enough damage to lower the timer on his HP. And now his teammate, wherever they may be, has a sense of urgency. He's like, shoot, I got to hurry up and get this kill, or I got to go for the revive, because either A, he's going to come back and get my teammates, or B, this guy's going to die from bleeding out. Oh, wait the nade to cook. I'm going to go up top. Sense of urgency. He goes for the player that I need. He had to pick him up right away. So what he did was he threw the nade out, hopefully held that nade off for me, and then decided to go for the res right off the bat, which he had to because his teammate was about to die. Gonna be able to switch to Milano. One bullet. I noticed I only have one bullet in there. I didn't get a reload in, so I go for a quick melee because he's close. Gonna get a reload on it now. Gonna go for an oversized peek, and I over challenge that, and I get a little bit more aggressive just because I know he doesn't have a lot of HP, simply because he just got picked up. He maybe got one, maybe two shields off, but I knew he wasn't gonna be full HP. I had a little bit more confidence, so I went and I pushed that. But what we're gonna call that tactic is basically like throwing that nade down on a player builds that sense of urgency for the other team to pick up their team. They gotta go for the teammate, so you kind of like, it's more of like you think mentally, like, all right, what did they think about? I just threw a nade at their teammate's about to die on the floor. He's either A, gonna rush me and try to get the kill right away, which I just kind of take a second and wait for, or B, he's going for the quick revive. You know what I mean? So that's a way that you can make those 1v3s, 1v4s very, very much more simple, because, you know, you kind of start to play around with their mindset. So right here, you guys see me get my loadout. I see some markers on the left-hand side that are fighting your pool. I'm gonna go with the marker down there, and I'm approaching the right-hand side. The FFA are in my hand, and as I approach, I notice that there's no buy station on the left-hand side right here. There's nothing. So information that gives me is they don't have their loadouts. There's one over here, but if they're fighting as early as they are at pool, they're not gonna have their loadouts. So my heartbeat sensor is gonna be a big, big tool in this fight. So I'm gonna heartbeat. No scans just yet. I'm gonna break in. Get some money. Open the doors. Boom. I'm gonna get a scan on the guy on the far left hand side. I'm gonna peek it. I don't see him. I think I saw his foot just for a second. This player's gonna get into my LOS. Now, watch when I take the fight. I immediately go for the full kill, which is gonna be with the throwing knife. Immediately put him down. So now, mindset wise, I just think, all right, now it's a 1v3 automatically. I hear another guy closer. He's calling out to his teammates. All right, I see a guy to the left. He's caught in a sprint. I see a guy to the right who's doing a little bit of a harder peek because I know I just killed his teammate right there. Now, this guy hasn't done any damage to me, but I'm trying to get out of his POV, or his LOS, so I don't have to worry about getting shot. So as I'm going for the full kill, I'm jumping up and I'm going back to where I was out of his line of sight. Now, I'm not gonna get the full kill with that. Go for the right-hand side peek. Hold it. Get a kill. Boom. That's going to be a team wipe. Now, 9 kills with 115 players still up. Going to get it reloaded. Have the AUX still in hand as well. Going for some scans. And I think, all right, now is a good time to kind of like slow down. Maybe get a UAV, loot up, and see what I can do. Also, I got to keep in mind, I got 4 minutes till the zone pulls in. That's when I pull this map up. I notice the time, like, all right, how far do I have to go? Because if not, if I forget about that, that's going to be troubling.
Moving. We got recon online.
So right about here kind of gets like a little bit more of a complicated fight. Now we have zone pushing in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the best power position. But why I say complicated is because there's no real power position in the area I'm in. Because guys, this is the edge of zone. So I could hold this, but then I have to rotate right hand side. They could easily go this, cut left, and I'm out of my LOS. So they have all this free rotation, and now we have this team coming in. So I'm in a tricky spot, but I try to look for some cheesy picks just to get a couple more kills, especially when there's going in for a third party. Having my, you know, location kind of like known isn't too big of a deal, because again, there's more than one team. So this is when you can kind of go for some cheesy picks. So I'm gonna find one, go for a full kill on that. Hopefully gonna get a little reload in on the AUG. Now, I see that laser coming in, so I know there's someone who's looking for me. So I'm doing, I'm trying to back up to get out of his LOS.
Oh, he's finishing me.
He's going to call me out. I'm going to go back to my Peaches area because this team just flew in. I don't hear any fighting. So I don't want to be the one who gets third party. This is where I slow it down. And again, instead of going for a spot they normally would peek, I'm which would be the roof. I'm gonna go for the right side peek and get information this way. So he thinks I'm pushing him. I'm trying to get him knocked out. This wasn't the best play on my part. This is now another team coming in, because even though if I get a knock there, I'm not gonna be able to get the full kill. So now looking at the map, these guys are gonna be in zone. They're in a very good choke spot. There's gonna be 4 of them. I have this side to work with, but these guys can either go left or they're gonna cut right. So now I kind of like, I'm stationary. I have to hold this spot, but I can't hold it too long, because then I'll be the one getting third party. I have one player on the staircase. I'm gonna go for the throwing knife kill. That puts me at 11. Immediately go back up the stairs, get the heart. I try to get the satchel. I ended up getting the ammo box, or the heart crate, or dude, the shield box, armor box. Holding my position, and now you'll kind of see me just for a couple seconds, play around with this, play it slow, look for picks, look for anything that could kind of get me an opening to either get over aggro or for rotation. You're right about here, man. I decided, all right, I'm gonna start rotating. I'm gonna have a couple players in front of me. The team that I was originally fighting are starting to push up, and I can start working on the guys who are holding them out. I have a couple shots on the right hand side. This guy's going for the heli. This guy's still to the right of me. But this is where things get hectic, because instead of rotating towards this way, we got 2 cars, one guy over here. Now we have this heli who's going to draw a lot of attention. And instead of flying right by me, he's actually going to land it. Now I have to decide, I have to take a fight, because this heli is just making so much noise that the team to the right of me, you can already see them, they're moving this way. So if I stay down here, I'm going to get caught in the middle. Now I'm the third party. So I kind of have to get lost in this area. Try to go for a kill. I'm trying to get at least one of them. Try to play it up. A guy to the right of me. I'm gonna heal up, because I don't have to go for the fight, the kill right away, because he's getting his loadout. So it's gonna take him some time before he can do any damage to me. Right here, go for that. Get the throwing knife kill. Go inside. Now, right here, I actually don't see him push in. I don't hear him push in, and he's gonna have dead silence. So that's how I'm gonna die right here. We'll watch it in the kill cam real quick. But I was actually trying to hold the window side, because I thought if I would hear him pull up on the ramp, just for a second, you're gonna see he's gonna have Daddy, which in my opinion, again, I think Daddy's they overspawn a little too much. Clarify that. But yeah, he's gonna have Daddy. So I didn't hear him pushing up the ramp, so I thought he was gonna maybe still above me and he's gonna jump down and maybe hit a window. Fortunately, he went through the door. Now I gotta go Gooch. 12 kills with about 79 players left. Now, coming back from Gooch, you're in a spot where you're coming back from Gooch, you have a good amount of kills, you have the loadout though, but it's still in a hot zone. What I recommend you guys do is when you land on your loadout, go for your ghost class no matter what. Because what my ideal plan is to get my ghost loadout and then rotate all the way back to where my loot originally was to get back my AR, because there's gonna be a bunch of loot pile there. And if I get to get AAR or even my AR, I have ghosts now to work with. And if I don't get ghosts now, I won't get ghosts again. So I'm pushing up with the Cali 6. But watch how I take this fight. Again, don't be the one to get third party, be the one to third party. I'm pushing up left hand side. I'm kind of just going cover to cover. Now, even though there's no cover here, just a quick thing, I'm trying to go on the left hand side, the harder area to peek. I'm using the tree. I'm going left hand side, going right, using the tree and the rock now. Taking no tags. I'm like, all right, now I can go scoop in here. Got an ammo box, got my guns back. I'm gonna throw this down automatically, because both my guns are using the AR. I'm gonna miss that jump, and that jump's actually gonna cost me, because that player's not gonna get in and fly away. Now I gotta kind of like, all right, how do I recover here? You know, the lobby died a good amount since I've been gone. I have 13 kills. I have an AUG ready to go. I'm gonna peek the left hand side, but I think right here I get information in just a few seconds. Right about, I'm looking because I heard explosion. Maybe not.
Objective is to eliminate the bounty target.
Alright, so we have a lot of people around us. We got the guys rotating on orange, which I have the ping there, and I left it there just so I could remind myself. But I also have this player in front of me. Now, this player's just going to get out of my line of sight, and he's going to zip up, and I'm not going to have my AR, so we're going to see him up there. But this is where you could kind of find an easier way to push up a zip line just based off audio. So I'm going to take a look at the map. So ping's right here. So he's moving. He went from here to here. So I'm going to remember where this ping's at. It's close. Let's see. So right here. He moved up a little bit more. I'm gonna watch the ping. He's staying there, but he's sniping. and he's not sniping in my direction, I would have heard the shot a little bit different. He's sniping towards this way, possibly the guys I'm holding out. I'm gonna ping it just so I know when I zip up where to generally look, because with stadium there's kind of like this weird leveling to it. Ping up. We go. Gonna get a knock on that. Gonna see a player flying in a little bit deeper. Gonna go for the full kill. Now this player's actually gonna pull towards me. I'm not sure if this was the same team or not. But I'm gonna be able to light up my aux shots just about right now. Get a first burst, able to knock his armor, get a full kill. And that's when I pushed up. I pushed up when I noticed the person top stadium who are usually going for snipes isn't too focused on me. They're focused on something else. Now I can kind of disengage and push off and rotate to another fight. So this fight again is me initiating a third party. And most of my fights are, I would say about 50 to 60% of my fights are third party fights. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna have eyes on one, and I'm looking for my bounty. I'm gonna get one knock on him. It's gonna be a team wipe, but I'm also gonna get sniped from a guy near cop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the cover behind me to kind of run down a straight line and then cut right, then cut left, and right and left, just so I'm not in an easy shot. But still, notice how I'm like kind of staying behind cover. Backing up completely. Now, this is where it's gonna get tricky because we have guys here. We got the zone moving in. So I got to either A, take the fight here, or rotate and try to fight the fight around here. And it actually gets a little crazy. So I have 17 with 41 up. I'm gonna back up a little bit more. We have eyes on one player. Trying to get a full. That's when I go for the full. They're all rotating. They're not all just looking at me trying to shoot. They're trying to run and get to zone, find a better spot, and hold me out. That's when I know, okay, I have enough time to get the full kill if I hit all my shots with the AUG. Also, I can't be not moving. I also have a cluster to work with. So I'm rotating cover to cover. I don't really see him here, but I'm still trying to find a little bit more information. Gonna be able to pop the cluster there, heal up, and then move up. So this guy's gonna move in. I'm gonna try to get his cutoff. Now, the other player that I clustered is now, you know, busy running away from the cluster, so I could try to go for the full kill on this. Gonna get a cluster on that, or get a full kill on that. Now it's a 2v1. Get a stuck mantle right here. This is where it gets a little tricky because I know I'm getting shot at, but it's very hard to see with that glare. Able to pop his armor off. Rotating, but notice how I'm moving from spot to spot. Even though I'm not moving, you know, drastically, I'm not just staying in one spot and taking a shot, because it's a very easy for any team, whether they're a guppy or, you know, a very more experienced team, to find a good spot to line up their shots and kill me if I don't move. So I'm moving. Even any movement is good. I'm gonna find a mantle on the trash can, be able to get a knock on that. Then I look for the knock, but I can't get the full kill. So I start looking, all right, where's the last guy? I'm gonna just pray to God this guy doesn't have self-reviving. I look for the second kill. I'm looking, I'm mantling. I'm like, all right, maybe he pushes behind me because I can't see him in front of me. I can't see him to the left of me. This might be a player who's trailing his team from a little bit. So I'm gonna see him cut that way. Again, changing my angle. In case he saw me, I don't want to peek the same spot. He sees me, boom. All right. Go up here, peek the left-hand side of this. When I go up here, I'm not gonna have aim assist, but we're gonna crack each other's armor. So I'm like, all right. I'm gonna hold my AR out just a little bit longer. I'm gonna heal up, but I'm still using, as I'm healing up, I'm still trying to gather information. Gonna get my full kill on one, slide out. And now I'm getting shot from a guy in front of me with a truck. Looking. He's on that wall. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't a fight. I got a guy in front of me who's camping down those stairs. I got a guy deeper who's another team who's trying to take shots at me. I'm gonna disengage or I'm gonna fake it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fake it. Going down here. I'm gonna make it look like I'm going inside. But when he gets into this car, when this car turns red, that's information that you should get moving again. And I need to get moving because I need their loot and I need their shield. Boom. It gets red. I notice it. I turn around. I go and get my loot. Now, ideally, what this guy's doing is he's going to find a choke point to hold me out because he knows that I'm here and he knows I don't have a good rotation. I have to cross the bridge across out of the open. But he thinks I'm cutting this way. So that's where I'm going to juke him, take the loot here, and rotate all the way back around. So I was able to get the loot back now, working down this way. I'm going to have eyes on him. And look at where he's looking. He is so determined that I'm gonna come out through this doorway. When that's not the case, I'm gonna get a knock. I'm gonna push up for the full kill, switch to the AR, just have a little bit faster mobility. I'm gonna have eyes on him. Notice this is good information. He had enough time to where he could have started selfing and possibly got up if it's a 1v1. He's not, so I know he's gonna have teammates, and also getting shot in the back is gonna tell me he has teammates. I'm gonna get the full kill on that, and now I'm gonna back up and use, like, as I'm healing up, I'm still peeking to find information. See him deeper. Gonna go reach out with the AUG because I know he's out in the open. Gonna get full kill on that. And get the full kill. Now I'm at 22 kills with 24 up. I also have a Bertha to work with. And I was able to kind of outmaneuver and outjuke the players that were holding me out. So the tactics that I use against players, I'm using now against people. I'm a guy Weak. Now, I'm not going to push this head on. I could easily push this and probably a lot faster if I just pushed it head on with the AUG and got the kill, but then I would have to push back and get to the truck. That's giving too much window time for me to get spotted out in the open and get shot. So instead, I'm going to take the truck, use this, position this as cover. He's going to juke some of my shots, which is really good. Slow it down. Now, I'm reloading, still trying to gather information, looking left, right, right, and left. Get the full kill. Switch to the FFAR and then get in the truck, because that's still my fully loaded class. Like, that gun's loaded up. So if I take a fight, that'll be an easy one to do. I'm going to drive by here, but I notice I don't really need his loot. So I'm just going to kind of like let that be. I'm going to look. All right, anything here that I need? No. Okay, I'm going to go, because it's out in the open. You don't want to risk your life just for like some ammo, you know? We're gonna have a player sniping here. Now I don't see this player, but now that I'm looking back, I do. I'm gonna get engaged in this fight. He's gonna try to take a snipe. My goal right here is to go get self-revive or UAV. Right about here. I'm gonna go down here. The UAV. I'm gonna pop it, and I'm good that I got a UAV because it gives me information where he's at. Like, oh shoot, you know he's here. Peek it with an AUG. He's gonna mantle. He thinks I don't see him. I end up getting a UAV, get the full kill. 24 kills, 17 remaining, and I got a Bertha to work with. So right about here, there's 11 people remaining, and I'm just trying to find any information. Orange is a good, really good spot. Center zone, I have marked it there, but they're fighting. So I'm like, all right, maybe I could go for a third party. I'm gonna go. See eyes on him. He sees eyes on me. He's gonna get trade on that. I don't have a self-revive, so challenging snipers are difficult when you don't have self-revive, especially solo quad. Because you don't have that, you know, like that, you know, if I go down here with self-revive, I can easily get back up before he gets to me, but I gotta be careful with this. Now I'm getting sniped from the left-hand side. I'm gonna mark that, use that as information, get back in the Bertha, and push this. Now I'm taking a fight that's hopefully a 1v1. 8 players remaining. We know where one of them's at in the posted in the house, at least one team. We have eyes on him right there. He's gonna have this weird sniper, which is gonna throw me off. Maybe I'll get a knock on that, get the full kill. That sits me at 25. And now I'm getting like thermite or something, so I'm gonna just completely back up. And I think, all right, my truck's at low HP. And think about this: if your truck's at low HP, what you need to start doing is not just focusing on going for the kills, but start focusing on, if my truck got disabled right now, what cover do I have to get to? You don't want to be stuck in that, because if I push that out in the open, my truck can save. I got one hay barrel and that's it. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, how can I do this? Now here it's not covered, but I have trees to work with, so it's a little bit better than that, and I have a little bit more distance. Now I'm like, all right, I can use this hay barrel. My car's not disabled just yet. Get back in it. I think he's gonna get shot in the back. Yeah, he's getting shot in the back, which initiates me to actually push up. Maybe I can still kill. He's gonna die completely. Now I'm 25 kills with about 6 players remaining. We know where one of the team's at, back in the house. And this is one thing I will complain about that kind of sucks, is that when I'm in a car and I get locked onto a Pila, I don't get any alert to it, and you'll see what I mean. So I'm looting up. I'm kind of focusing on my back. Anything there, anything there. Get a reload in, get situated. I'm gonna get a stun thrown at me, so I don't know if it's 1 guy or 4 guys or whatever, but I'm gonna get back in the car and immediately go. But that house is still sniping me as well, so I don't have a lot of movement to work with. I'm gonna go for a wide right rotation. I'm using the storm line to kind of rotate, and this is a part that gets me. It's gonna hurt watching the back for the 3rd time. I'm rotating. I have a clear rotation. Someone shot something at me. Not too sure what it is, and boom. That's gonna suck. Here were the other 3 guys posted up on the hill, already ready for the rotation. I don't get any alert for my truck that I'm gonna die, and that Pila kills fast. That's gonna put me down, but 4th place, 25 kills, solo quadding. Super impressive. If you guys like what you saw, man, make sure you guys leave a like, and hopefully you guys learned something. See you guys in the next how-to soon. Peace out, guys.